What's up, everybody? What's up? Happy Halloween. In this video, I'm going to read 3 creepy, scary creepypastas that will keep you up at night. Ooh, spooky, scary. But anyways, let's get started on this Halloween creepypasta reading. Ooh, spooky, scary. I don't know how to start this, but I'll try. My brother was in film club when we were in high school, and after lots of begging from him, I became a member. We were assigned once to make an animation. When we came home that day, my brother was acting strange and said in a low voice that he needed to start on an animation. Immediately, he went upstairs to his room without any further conversation and stayed in his room almost the entire week, only leaving to use the bathroom, eat, and go to school. I mean, he's diligent, he's disciplined. I was that creepy. I was worried, and so were our parents, but we decided to leave him alone. I still wonder to this day why we decided to do that. About 3 or 4 days before the animation was due, he was finished. I asked to see it, but he said no. Even when I offered to let him see mine, he said that it was a surprise for everyone in the film club. He didn't smile at me. It was the creepiest smile I've ever seen. He didn't brush his teeth. Oh my goodness. I was joking, y'all. I was just joking. That day, the day that the animations were due eventually came. There were about 6 kids in the film club, including my brother and me. Since we were asked by the club director to do so, each of us brought one friend. My brother asked to go last, saying that his was too long to show at the beginning. A lot of the animations were funny and few were abstract. My brother's animation was finally presented. I was quivering with excitement and anticipation. At the animation apparently made Walt Disney himself, and had my brother give a creepy smile. They gave a lot of red flags, but I ignored it. I was joking about that too. The animation started with some static, which cleared to a wild screen. Not a white screen, a wild screen. Everyone an inch closer, seeing that the best was obviously saved for last. Boy, were they wrong. Though white faded to something. Okay, so they're saying white now instead of wild. Okay. I faintly recognized a screenshot of an opening title card from Little Bear. Little Bear was a show we used to watch when we were kids. The title appeared, which read in a very crude handwriting, Little Bear in the Bed Red Book. The animation started like normal. Little Bear episode. Little Bear was out in the yard playing fisherman. Then he stopped and said that he wondered if Father Bear would like to go fishing the next day. He ran inside to ask. Father Bear was sitting at the table with a big red book open before him. Father Bear looked very sad and somewhat angry. Oh my god, is he reading a fan fiction? Oh my god, these 2 characters of Twilight and Rainbow Dash not get married? Oh my god. Little Bear did not notice and asked Father Bear if they could go fishing tomorrow. Father Bear gave no response but stood up and walked out of the house without a word. Little Bear looked disappointed for a second. He climbed into Father Bear's chair and began to read the red book. A voice that wasn't Little Bear's or anyone in the shows for that matter started to read disturbing poems. As the voice read on, Little Bear got more and more depressed looking. I mean, if it's dark and grotesque poems, I will be depressed too. Everything except the book slowly faded to grayscale, and the voice got more and more high-pitched. The club director tried to turn off the projector, but it wouldn't turn off. Why wouldn't it turn off? It's just an animation, bro. Did the brother curse the animation with black magic or something? Suddenly, everything stopped. It cut to Mother Bear tucking Little Bear into bed. Little Bear looked extremely shocked, with a blank expression. My bad. He was staring at the screen as if he knew we were watching him. Yeah, watching him be traumatized by disturbing poems like Lizzie Borden or fucking Itsy Bitsy Spider. His eyes were extremely bloodshot. His fur was all mangled. The whole scene, except Mother Bear and Little Bear, was drawn in great detail, like an oil painting. Mother Bear turned off the light and left the room. Little Bear started to sing as the room increased in darkness.
My Bonnie lies over the ocean. My Bonnie lies over the sea. My Bonnie lies over the ocean. Oh, bring back my Bonnie to me.
A pair of red eyes above Little Bear and a terrifying laugh played. Would it like to be some monstrosity of a creature turned onto Little Bear? Oh my gosh, get off Little Bear, don't molest him. The entire screen cut to white, not wild, white. A montage of different screens of running water appeared? How was running water scary? A little boy's voice joined by my brothers was singing the same song. Little Bear was singing, but with added lyrics.
Bring back my Bonnie, bring back my Bonnie, bring back my Bonnie to me, bring back my Bonnie, bring back my Bonnie, bring back my body to me.
Bro must love Bonnie from FNAF. Then it fitted to a picture of me when I was a child, standing next to a grave with my mother's name on it. A picture of her was attached to the gravestone. Just so you know, my mother is still very much alive today. Well, that's good, bro. The screen then cut to black. The projector finally turned off, and that was the end of it. Everyone was shocked. The club director asked everyone to leave except my brother. My best friend and I went to my house to discuss the movie. And why wouldn't the club director ask the person who's writing this, who's the brother of the guy who made the animation, to say too, that's the brother. Your two are brothers. And another thing, why didn't no one just know that it was a troll? It could have been a troll animation. People make troll animations all the time. I don't know how or where he got that picture of me sitting next to my mother's grave. I had told him. He looked confused. He looked at me confused. No, he said, that picture was of me standing next to my mom's grave. We were both freaked out when we asked my friend's parents if he could spend the night, to which they said yes. We spent the rest of the night talking about the movie. Bro, I'll get that out of my head immediately, bro. Next day was Saturday, and my mother told us that my brother was arrested. Why? Was it because of copyright infringement? It must have been copyright infringement. The Monday we came back to school, we found out at an assembly that the other 4 kids in the film club and the other 5 kids that were visiting committed suicide after killing their mothers. The film director quit his job and never returned to class. When I came home that day, I found out that my brother was put into prison with a life sentence for 18 accounts of murder. What? I understand that it was his animation, but how did they link it to him? How did they know that he was generally the cause? It could have been anything. Anything. Why, do you have some wizard who found out the animation was cursed and blamed the brother? And one account of public disturbance. He will never be released as there is no possibility of parole. I decided to keep this a secret for so long, but now I'm afraid. I just needed to tell somebody somehow found my brother's animation and put it on the internet on a file sharing website under the title Little Bear in the Big Red Book, never seen before episode. In some sick hope that it will be traumatized little children. Have yet contacted the website and oh my god. I have contacted the website and asked the administrators to take it down. I'm currently awaiting for the reply. Thank you for taking your time to read this monstrosity of a fucking creepypasta. Now we're reading a second creepypasta named 47 Meters Down the Original Cut. So basically a creepypasta about a already horror movie. I mean, that's fine, but what's going to make it scarier? Has anybody seen 47 Meters Down? If you haven't, then you didn't miss much. The film is about a woman named Lisa and her sister Kate, who while in Mexico go out to watch the great white sharks from a safety of the rusty shark cage. As they were about to get out of the cage, its connections to the boat snap, so they needed to down to the bottom of the ocean. The rest of the movie is about Lisa and Kate being trapped down there, running on low oxygen and being targeted by at least one of the sharks they were watching swim around them. See, with me, I am not going deep down into sea in a small cage just to watch sharks, bro. Why would anyone do that? But anyways, back to the story. If you have a fear of dark parts of the ocean, drowning, dying alone or otherwise, and of course sharks, then this movie will probably scare the shit out of you. Bro. However, the film that was released to theaters has one glaring difference from the version I saw. Oh no. An early cut of the film with the alternate title, In the Deep, has circulated the internet for a short time. My friend, who used to pirate films occasionally, screened it at a party he threw back in August. The effects in this cut were unfinished. The sharks looked more like a silent film rejects, and it didn't have a score, but it played out pretty much beat for beat to the theatrical cut until the end. Oh no, what happens in the end? Did the sharks say F this and just eat the women? Oh my gosh, that's what the women deserve for going in a cage 47 meters deep. Spoilers for those who haven't seen film. The boat that the cage was attached to sends them down new tanks, allowing them to refill their oxygen, but they are warned via radio about potential nitrogen narcosis. As Kate tries to give Lisa her replacement tank, she is grabbed by the shark and taken away and most likely eaten. Lisa then receives a conflicting message on radio inside her mask that Tate is okay, but bleeding out and surrounded by sharks. The film goes into a sequence of Lisa saving her sister, having to fight off sharks and successfully getting her back to the boat, only for it all to be hallucination, and Lisa is still in the cage at the bottom of the ocean. Repeat over and over, we made it, Kate. The theatrical release ends with a Coast Guard diver showing up to rescue her, and she breaches the ocean with a a new lease on life. With a new lease on life. In the deep end did not have this. Instead, the cameras keep zooming out as Lisa slowly goes insane. Probably because how bad this fucking creepypasta is. The camera gets far enough away, you can only see the lights from the cage as they suddenly shut off. The credits roll over as Lisa hysterically laughing with a sentence fragments implying that her hallucinations are getting worse. Midway through the credits, a beeping noise is heard, and we start to hear Lisa's laugh get more strained. Finally, she makes a wheezing sound. Then only silence. then it is only silence for the rest of the credits. The people at the party, including myself, were chilled by this ending, and I'll give In the Deep respect for going out on possibly the lowest note it could. I tried to do research into why this ending was changed. All I found was an interview with the director saying that a cut of the film with the ending exists, but it was scrapped, and producers thought it was too bleak. Watching In the Deep again, I noticed something odd. Lisa was played by the actress Mandy Moore, but the voice changes when Lisa begins to die, with the quality even goes down significantly. I can't prove it, but I think the reason In the Deep End's ending was changed and why it worked so well at unsettling myself and the others at the party goers is because we were hearing someone actually suffocate. Okay, I can't prove it. I think the reason In the Deep End's ending was changed and why it looked so well at unsettling myself and the other partygoers because we were hearing someone actually suffocate. Okay, so this creepypasta was basically talk about how a darker version of 47 Meters Down had a creepier ending with both of the women dying and so-called both of the, or I mean Lisa at least, was still alive and hallucinating and she drowned. Alright guys, so now on to the third and last creepypasta of today's video. And plot twist, this one's made by ChatGPT. So I entered into the as a prompt, yo, make a short creepypasta no more than 270 words. And it gave back to me, title, The Static Visitor. Every night, my old TV turns itself on at exactly 3:07 a.m. No matter what channel it was on before. It always flips to static, dash, that fuzzy gray snow with the quiet hiss that fills the room like heavy breathing. At first, I thought it was a wiring problem. Then I unplugged it. Then I unplugged the damn thing. Still, 3:07 a.m. Dash. The screen would glow. The hiss would start, and I wake up to that light crawling across my wall. Last night, I decided to record it. I set up my phone facing the TV and went to bed. When I woke up, the TV was off, but my phone's battery was dead, even though it was plugged in. I know that's fucking terrible. The charger's fucking cheap and everything, and it doesn't fucking, charge. That's just annoying. When I went back, when I turned back on, the video was gone. Dash. Except for one clip, just 20 seconds long, static, like always. But after a few seconds, the static started moving. It looked like the person walking forward. I could see the faint outline of a face, but the eyes were too big and the mouth was wide open, like they were screaming silently. Then the static figure leaned forward, pressed his face against the camera and whispered something. I couldn't make it out at first, but when I turned the volume all the way up, it was clear. Don't look behind you. I laughed nervously and paused the video. The room suddenly felt cold. The TV flickered to life behind me. Dash. Unplug, hissing. Dash. In the reflection on the screen. No. And in the reflection of the screen, I saw a static face grinning over my shoulder. The video ended at 3:07 a.m. Ooh, 3:07 a.m. Why does bro even have an analog TV anyway? Bro, get a fucking Roku. Bro needs a Roku. But anyways, guys, that's it for today. Have a happy Halloween, and I hope you enjoyed these 3, I guess, not so terrible but not too good creepypastas that I read for you guys. And bro, I'm so sorry. These creepypastas are oh my god, bro, they are so cringy. As a kid, that would be so scary, spooky. But now it's just so funny. The bloodshot eyes, the 3 a.m. bullshit. Oh my god. But happy Halloween though. Enjoy your day. You only live once, and live today as if it's your last day here on earth. Happy Halloween. Happy Halloween.